Okay, let's take a walk this way. As you can see, there are people that have nowhere to go. And whose fault is this? Let's ask ourselves this. Is it our Board of Supervisors, our manager for the Board of Supervisors? Is it our city attorney and our city managers that are responsible for this? Or is it the state of California? Is it the Department of Social Services that is responsible? Who is actually responsible? Whose job is it to fix it? And is anything at all being done with the money that's out there to actually take care of housing people? How are you folks?
Absolutely great. Yourself?
I'd rather not be in photo, but thank you.
Pardon?
I don't want to be in the video.
Oh,
Okay.
I'm sorry. You're out in public. You do realize that, right?
No?
I mean, you don't have to be in the video.
You're out.
It's my right to be here. Just like you folks. I mean,
No, I don't mind at all. I've actually been wanting some, you know what I mean? Eventually.
Beautiful.
I just believe that.
I have quite some things to say too, but great.
well, I've lived here my whole life.
Yeah.
I'm a lifetime resident, and I've been coming here since I was pretty much in diapers. And I love San Luis,
Me too.
and I advocate for the homeless,
Yeah.
and I have for a long time.
Awesome. Well,
Yeah.
I guess I'll give consent to you then.
My name's Jeffrey Speck, by the way.
Nice to meet you, Jeffrey.
Nice to meet you. And I'm not trying to offend anyway.
okay.
I try to help people.
My name's Shane. What do you
Nice
do?
to meet you, Shane.
Can I-
Nice to meet you.
Nice ring.
Shane, can I put you on
thank
film
you.
or not?
What
Okay.
are you guys
Because we are here to help.
Just curious.
Yes.
Well, I do documentaries.
Okay, gotcha.
And I actually go and I wag my finger at the Board of Supervisors and
Sounds
city
good so
council
far.
meetings. And I have a very big passion for trying to help homeless get housed
I have a question.
and get help.
Isn't this park owned by the same investors that own Cuesta Park?
Pardon?
Are the owners of this park the same investors as Cuesta Park?
No, the actual owner of this property is the city of San Luis Obispo.
Right. Cuesta is different. Is that and so?
The man who's currently in charge of it, his name is Derek Johnson, and he's the city manager.
Okay.
And his office is at the city hall.
I had a question, concern actually.
Mm-hmm.
I heard at Cuesta, the investors were upset that the city was turning the power off, the power outlets, receptacles, that should be accessible to the public as well.
I agree.
Here they shut them off.
They limit you. I mean, surely
Like right now,
you
during-
need a way to charge your
You can
phones.
use the restroom too at night.
Right. So
They shut the restroom at
We don't
night.
have
Yeah.
a single restroom.
at all anyway.
And this, like, the closest restroom for us, and this is where we always work, is right around here,
Mm-hmm.
would be the mission or the library, basically.
Which is exposed out to the elements, though.
And I couldn't
And
agree
that's
with
the
you
only one
more.
I know of in the whole rest of the other town would be just like,
What do they expect you to do if you
Well,
have
the
to
thing
use
is why
the
would they
restroom at
punish-
night?
what if
That's
Especially
crazy.
if you're a woman.
they're just punishing themselves?
Yeah, it's
Right.
horrible for anyone.
Because
Yeah.
we all breathe the same air and we live on the same streets, whether they like it or not, and it's just like,
Whose idea is it to lock balconies? Whose idea is it to do that? Like, you're restricted from leaving yourself. What do we do?
That would be the city manager.
I mean, the thing is
That's
yeah,
who's in charge of this.
okay, I could see nobody wants to cover that responsibility. Maybe it's an extra job or anything, but do they get like $6 gazillion or something to like help the homeless? I mean, a fucking porta potty.
Ma'am,
Excuse my
you're
language.
absolutely right. There is an awful lot of money
And it's just
that is there
ridiculous.
for you folks, and
But
it's not being
there.
utilized.
It's going to middlemen. So why the people donating it aren't really donating it? They're paying middlemen to basically what's the word?
You're choking off the homeless is what they're doing. The police are, in the memorandum of the police, the PD and the county, put them up to the task to reduce homelessness by 50% by 2025. So they're doing that by all means. They're removing the food pantry boxes, which is a great program. When college kids leave for their term or semester ends and their classes end, there's so much food that goes to waste that is supposed to go in boxes like this. And now they've reduced them and cut them down more than half. And they're very, very low in supply nowadays too. So not only are they closing restrooms, restricting us from power, taking the food away, by all means are starving us, starving the homeless.
Yeah, and the phone thing, it's so silly to have these Obama phones and yet we can't charge them. I mean, I go day after day after day before I can actually stop, because we have to hustle all the time, you know what I mean, in order to make ends meet. So it's not like we have time to sit leisurely for 2 hours or an hour even and charge our phones.
Battery's dead. My battery, one bar.
Oh, and you have an electric bike,
Right.
so it's important for your transportation as well.
Yeah, so it restricts me from transport, exactly, communication. I mean, it's just ridiculous.
Nice bike, though.
Thank you. And that's modifying it, we put a banana seat on the side, and then front end shocks, so it kind of gives a different angle of feedback, so you can kind of lay back on it, ride like a lazy boy. That's how my Harley was that I had when I lived in Huntington Harbor, Huntington Beach.
Nice.
So, yeah.
You know, I'm curious if you had the opportunity to have housing.
I do.
You do.
Yeah, I'm like right about to get housing.
Oh,
I've been out here for 10 years.
Oh.
You've been
Right
waiting
here.
10 years?
Okay.
No, I've been here, literally, in either a vehicle or in a camp for 10 years.
And they're finally housing you.
Well, I've never tried to before, really, but it just never quite got to that place yet. And then my fiance is a veteran who was like on the battlefield and stuff like that, so
Oh,
he
wow.
gets special preference, I guess, to some of the vet housing, which is very like luxurious. I'm just like, I can't even hardly think about it, but you know, and there's drawbacks to it in a lot of ways, in a sense. And that's just the way I think of things and live, because I've always kind of in a way chosen this just because I have to burn a lot of energy during the day, and if I'm in a vehicle going somewhere and sitting, I'll literally turn my hair out, you know what I mean? Because so there is drawbacks to it, meaning I know it's going to take some adjustment for me to not feel as though I'm living too soft of kind of a life. Like I need to feel some resistance in different areas and stuff to feel like I'm accomplishing and succeeding. But yeah, so I am very excited, obviously, because you know it's been some rough winters.
It certainly
But
is.
we're both very, very grateful, and it's Capsula. They are the ones we've been working with over on
Well, I'm
South.
glad to hear that they're using some of that money for good.
It's
and
true. Well,
congratulations.
It's about time, and I'm not pointing at Capsula or any particular people, but what I see it is, it's kind of like this syndrome where there's been the black sheep of the family, and now it's kind of turned into a little bit of a nation. Like each of the ones from the family have like gathered basically, because we've felt what it is to be outcast and to be I guess, in a way suppressed or oppressed, or however you would say that. And anyways, I don't want to talk too long, but it's been nice talking to you guys, actually. It's
You
kind
know,
of refreshing, because
I very
never
much
really do this.
appreciate you giving
Appreciate
me, both
that.
of you, all of you, your time. Thank you.
So
very
what was your
much.
name?
I'm Jeffrey Speck.
I'm Mary.
Nice to meet you,
Mary.
Mary. And
Laura
nice to
Lee.
meet you,
Laura Lee.
Sean.
Uh-huh.
Shane.
Nice to meet you, Mary.
There's
You
many
guys have to
things
tell me
to-
your signs,
This is
okay?
just the iceberg.
Sagittarius or Aquarius?
I'm a Sagittarius.
Good job, Mary. Can you guess me?
Gemini?
Capricorn.
Capricorn. Earth
Way
sign.
cappy.
Gemini, because Geminis are hot.
Astronomy.
That's right. You're funny. You got your humor.